Alright, welcome back to the Pannonian Avars series here on the Lord Master channel, which, as we all know, for those that watched the previous episode, that the first character that we've started the series with has since passed. And even though he was in a declining health, and of course we're talking about Khan Tuznik of Pannonia, which after 62 years of living, boy, he accomplished a lot for this chaste, ambitious, and brave man that was. He was a brilliant strategist, a wise man, a strategist, a famous reveler, a blade master, hunter, organizer, military engineer, raider, pilgrim, scarred, and wounded, which is how he eventually died from his wounds, in addition to being melancholic near the end of his life. But nevertheless, a battlefield legend that he was as well. He was a god, is Tuznik, perhaps close to it, but certainly one of the champions of Tengri. One would think that now that he's gone with the Heavenly Father. But as we remember, by this sigil you shall prevail. And prevail what's the past tense word for shall? And indeed we have prevailed. We are well known. But now Pannonia and Wallachia are the two kingdoms held by this dynasty of ours, which gives us plenty of renown. And I just recently found out something else regarding the future, especially with our southern neighbor Bulgaria, big Bulgaria. We know it's currently held by a woman who's gaining very, very little money and is disgraced. A valid disgrace. She's unprovident, which doesn't help with the monthly income, and is militarily weak. But interestingly enough, there is a claimant. Yes, Countess Eva. She's still around. Yes, that woman who is a flagellant, who hurts herself sometimes, and is also inapathetic, which she doesn't eat as much. Despite this, she's still in fine health, and during this whole time she only has one child who is not betrothed. But however, this is an unpressed claim, meaning when she dies, then so goes the kingdom's claim, which gives me the idea that we should, put her on the throne. And as for that child of hers, who's getting a martial education, which is good, and as we all know, that she is a Tengrist. So I think it would be wise to have my son, Drong, to be betrothed to her, despite the slight age difference, slightly. She'll be, she's 13 now, while Drong is going to be turning, no, he just turned 11 recently. Okay, in a couple of years' time, those two will get married, and that means the children of Drong will hold Bulgaria and Pannonia. It is accepted. Many, many different reasons. And after all, you're just a lowly countess. And you all honored that betrothal when we put you on the throne of Bulgaria. Not to mention that over there in Preslav is also a home of a Tengrist Holy Site, which all Tengrists ruling their country would be giving us a levy size for all of us. thus strengthening our hold here. So it kind of makes you people think that for this part of the series, it seems we're going to be Tengrists for a little while longer than originally planned. Sister and best friend. You've had plenty of bastards. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, no, they were married back then. I don't know what you were thinking. God's sakes. Anyways. So, perhaps putting her on the throne, and along with this betrothal, that we will have a tripartite alliance between Pannonia, Wallachia, and Bulgaria. All that and more. That should any countries like Byzantium, which is currently in a recovery stage, I don't think you can declare war against them. Kerch. Yes. It would be better to... Yes. Because don't you know that Kerch is the home of another Tengrist Holy Site? Which is, if for the owner of it, for all Tengrists, it'll cause the martial per level of fame up, and reduces army gold maintenance. Keyword maintenance. But it doesn't say maintenance in general, but it says gold maintenance. And that includes feudal Tengrist rulers, like we were gonna put it on the Bulgarian lass. Yes. Where should we strike first? I mean, taking the objective is one. He might have the money to hire mercenaries. Even though that man, should he command an army, he's a holy war, so he'll give us a little hard time. And plus, not only he's wounded, but he's also very stressed. Meaning when he passes, and this will go to him. They do primogeniture. So I see. He's in a bad way. But look, one thing's for certain. If you go to war against Byzantium, there is no way on the earth that you will bring down these walls to contain it. But certainly you could take over a couple of counties. You don't need to take over the capital. Just simply take the objective, and then we'll defeat him out in the field. You can bring Wallachia with you. Bulgaria would be weak, though, and will remain weak. No matter who they bring. Especially Benevento there. We ain't scared of them. So the opportunity has presented itself. Let's conquer this county. Although it is separated from Pannonia, so if I were you, in addition to that, we should also take Crimea. But they are interested in subjugating it whole. And they have the forces to do so, along with our former enemy over there. So that means we have to gather here, then we'll make a trek to there and take over Kerch, which the barony of that is over here on that side. take it over, and then maybe perhaps if Crimea still at war then that means that we would be the undisputed masters of the steppe. Well, not we, but just people who profess that faith in general. And of course, I do not plan on reforming the Tengrist faith because of look how far separated that is to the next one. Impossible. But every little bit helps. Kutch and Preslav. Anything that benefits us. And a marshal per level of fame, that would be nice as well. Yep, so again, fight against Byzantium first, and then Bulgaria. And I kind of want to appoint, let me think. It's like knowing that this is going to be separated from us and there's no way we can connect them, but it would probably have to be another one of my children. Likely you, despite the fact that you are a bleeder. Or perhaps a child of my concubine. I mean, all of my siblings are landed. Or I could put you over there. Actually, no. That would mess with the alliance thing. Okay. So that settles it then. Again, I didn't realize it. Honestly, I did not have this planned prior to recording this. And if you need additional help, since you're going to be fighting someone of a hostile faith, you could take the Lords of the Sky for additional reinforcements. Yes. And of course, do not forget that I want Heves back. That will attempt to murder. Support this scheme, and this increases slightly. You can be convinced. Of course. Join up. So it's going to take a while to try to improve it. So we're moving on up with things. Gonna take a calculated risk for this. For Kutch. It's like you could basically conquer any county of your choosing, and it'll be Kutch. And through there, we'll try to grab some of Crimea should they fail on their war with Khazaria. Unless they become Khazaria, and that's going to become a big issue. Again, there is no way on earth that will connect unless you can get to the sea, then we have the link. Which fortunately, it takes about 1, 2, 3 counties to get this all connected. But I believe that's Bulgarian held. Anyway, start the war. No, it is not Bulgarian held. All I need to do is get to Moldavia. I mean, you're not quite illustrious yet. But when you are, that means you can declare duchy-sized conquests. Best of luck to you, men. Head to Kutch. We'll see how much it'll cost when it's all fully assembled. $47 gold. Just to sail over. thinking we got a couple of months till you improve this. The more the merrier. And once you take courage, fight against the Byzantine army. When I die one day, as all do inevitably, will people still remember me? Of course, I'm such a great ruler. That's my ego talking. 80% chance of success. I like those odds, but there's still room for improvement. It don't cost you no prestige for this, but every little bit helps. An attempt to elope with my concubine Songo has been thwarted. The captain of the guard tells me my marshal, Count Chepa, was scheming to steal away and marry her in secret. Yes, if that wasn't enough, letters found in Songo's chambers indicate she wasn't on the whole thing. Chepa! God dang it. You're my best man. Not at my wedding, but you're one of the best ever. I'll just say treachery! Lock up Songo now! You lustful... Just distraught. Byzantine army is in position. The basilisk is there. Okay, once you land, we gotta confront him there. But do not engage until everyone is on this area, then we'll go attack them. Because you just all been recently disembarked, so you do not want to engage when you're recently disembarked. It's mainly mountains over here. It seems that Chieftain Vidtown is tightening security at court, hoping to track down traitorous schemers. My fellow plotter, Oslem, is concerned that she might have attracted some unwanted suspicion. Oh. I don't trust you. Her trail to me needs to end now. That lowers the chance. Not what I wanted. I don't want to screw up the discovery of the murder plot. Beautiful but rakish old woman. Oh, she was a famous courtesan back in her day. This woman started her career as a courtesan renowned for her beauty, wit, and skills in the art of love. However, the courtesan's life, while glamorous, is also unpredictable, so she prudently found a way to raise her status in society. So I see. And you know, she was a guest. So that means, well, we never know that they have lovers, but certainly. And she's an eager reveler, so she's been going to places all around the empire, so... Oh, and she also speaks Slavonic, in addition to her native Greek. Go get him. You probably win because they got defensive buildings. Oh, it's a second barony. They got a small hill fort. Well, do what you can. I wish I could be there for you, but I'm not a military man. Oh god, not again. I should have divorced her, but we're in the middle of something. Count Cheva killed Constantius. Anyways. Okay, good. I should send a letter in Czechoslovakia. Then again, neither side had the advantage. But we're taking a lot more casualties than them. After all, Holy Warrior. Yep, they've gone that way now. Yaku. This is no time for this. This is no time for infighting. Oh, good Lord. Who? Another man. Son of a beeswax. As long as we hold the objective, we'll win this war. Nearest fort is over there, so we'll be all heading to there now. Who else is with you? They're gonna send an ultimatum. Including you. In fact, but he's my best commander. If I imprison him now, this will not be good. You'll definitely not succeed. I know you want to be, but in all seriousness, you've got to stop the plot. Or possibly negotiate an alliance as a way of preventing them from joining factions, but they'll never accept because we have issues between one another. Screw it. You may not like me, but does this offer tempt you? Yes. Terrible, 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 but this is just to have an alliance, just to get him out of that faction. Preventative measure. There. You've averted a crisis. For now. No, I have to rethink this. I don't like those chances. For that murder plot. I don't trust myself. As I wait outside of Burby Chamber, each minute feels like a lifetime. Come with the screams, cease with no infant's crying to replace it. Something is wrong. I can feel in my bones. The door opens. The midwife's fresh express confirms all my fears. I'm so very sorry, my lord. Lady Camilla, your son, they are both in the eternal blue sky now. Why? What have I done to deserve this? Actually, it's for the best. She was a fucking drunk. I deserve better. And you'll get it. Since you want more land for yourself, well then. Ideally, someone who is chaste, yes. So I'll marry this Russian woman. I'll take the prestige hit. low chance of having children. I don't want to have too many children because we'll screw up the whole succession thing. Not to mention I like to be august. So I could get more monthly prestige. So I'd rather do that. Let's take this fort over. No sign of the enemy. I was about to say, are you taller than me? Didn't realize you're a gardener. I'm sure they are gonna get back together, and they're gonna try to, you know, there's no other agents. This scheme is coming again. Spy Master's got a good job. No, 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 I don't like chances. We gotta keep rethinking until we get it much better. Just as I want. The August trait. So I can have more monthly prestige. Once this is all said and done. Oh, they're back up there. As long as the Bulgarians keep killing each other just to stall for time, we still have time for that. 83%. That means one more decisive battle, then we will get it. So head back to Kerch. Actually, look over there. The besieging area, adding more to the war score. So we can get out of this. And then we rest up a bit, and then we'll go to war against Bulgaria. What the hell? My concubine wishes to seduce me? Well, if this makes you, you know, but you know, adultery is a serious thing. But no, I like to be a good example. Do not seduce me. Don't even think about these unchaste thoughts that you have in your mind. Everything's fully under control now. %, so it should be over momentarily. There you go. We got Kerch. Didn't know you can disembark out at sea. Alright, here we go. Something to improve. A chieftain to scare, a local mystic with dubious morals, and a fabricated omen. Perfect. Before the mystic leaves, before the chieftain returns court, there's one question. Will my false omen be one of fortune or of doom? There's a possible outcome. a child would believe anything, so I would say a bad omen for a bad chieftain. He spends many sleepless nights worrying. So there's progress, but not improving the success chance. Now keep in mind, this is a feudal realm. And obviously it's quite separated. And Crimea is still at war. Which if I had my druthers I would conquer it too, but I do not have the ability to do so. So it's best for you to rest up now so we don't get another threat of something like that. But let them continue to rip each other apart. Until the dust is settled there, then we'll move in and take it over. Even though we do want Moldavia. But again, rest up a bit. Since earlier we talked about control, might as well, but it'll take 7 years for that. Yeah, we may have our disagreements, but let's get to know each other a little better. Oh yeah, you're the Baron here. Sure. First time it happened, I barely gave it a moment's thought, but my brother and rival, Kudrigo, has grown bolder. This challenge is no longer passed unnoticed council table. He's testing my limits. The others are sure to follow unless I give him a taste of his own medicine. He's an analytic paragon, rakish. I'll just say I will ignore him and steal his ideas. Fail to manipulate him. You know, we already had his own, or on this shit. What the f? What happened? Drowned. Now it's led by this Baroness. I wonder what it's like if I was a child. I'd get into events like these. But who knows? We're just gonna hold a feast because I need prestige. In the meantime. Are you sure there's no other better agents inside of his court? Perhaps. I can try to convince somebody. Who's the spy master? So. He's a bisexual and a stammerer. 100% versus seduce at 95. 20 months it may take versus 11 months. You gotta keep rethinking plot until it's either improved or romance the spy master. Go with my gut in a moment. Candle is burning low when I finally finish my poem. Before I send it, I give it one last read. Your prominent chin is like stars in the sky. I would be blessed if I could sniff your smock, that I know the depths of your love, you and me together forever. The waiting is unbearable. The thought of rejection makes me sick to my stomach. When her reply arrives, I turn to Cyril's shaking hands. While I cannot encourage you, my liege, I am most grateful for your kind words. Yours faithfully, Cyril. I gotta make her love me, so we can cooperate to get rid of that boy. No, not you, Drong. I was shocked when I caught Drong trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Duke Kundachik. He gave me an impressive speech on how he now understood why he had done what he was doing. Patient and humble. Yeah, I like that. We're all but small pieces of the world. So he'll be patient and humble, so vassals will respect him more. And the clergy will like him too. Definitely. Anyways, the great tables seating the upper nobility on the dais gave a loud crack. A moment later gave underweight of food and gilt decoration. As my most distinguished guest had to be fitted among the lower nobility, I ended up close to my brother, Chieftain Yabgu and Kuchergood, to get poorly. However, told everyone it was a grave injustice to be seated lords and ladies better than the commoners. As the high nobles mingled with their lessers, words of both friendship and enemy were exchanged among people who rarely associate. Yabgu and I ended up talking all evening and agreed it should not be the last time we feasted and laughed at each other's company. We had our issues, Yabgu, but we can be friends. Yes. You've averted a crisis. Just by friendship. Well, as my guests leave and seem to depart in good spirits, I'm also relieved to see Yabgu does not depart without saying farewell. We both know that we'll be seeing each other again soon. What a man. What a brother. But then again, you're the life of a party. You're a drunkard. At least now you will never challenge me for the throne now. All you gotta do is just talk it out. And all that. But although there are those that still want Yabgu in the Pannonian throne. Two of them. No, this one. This is Kutrigu. As my sweetheart walked through the Heves gardens, I gesture at the greenery around us. For all their beauty, there isn't a single flower which rivals your own, my lady. There is one, she says in a mysterious tone. A rare orchard from Utpala, which is nearly impossible to cultivate. The abandoned temple garden in Heves is the only place where it thrives in these regions. I will brave the ruins for you. There's your prestige. Keep it up, and you'll become illustrious. You think it's high time to go after Bulgaria now? Because there's a lot going on. Raska wants Pondrinia back. But I will wait until the civil war is settled down and then we'll attack them. As long as Eva lives. Actually, you should go raiding. Oh yeah, that little conquest war, I forgot. We needed that one. It'll cost less, but I've always wanted to connect it, and despite our issues, I will make it up to you. I will make it up to you. Okay? We already have an alliance just to prevent that faction from joining. Capital's over here. And then a quick conquest war, and then we'll start raiding again for more prestige. Oh, wow. Already captured him. And that was only 35 days. We caught him in a battle. Good job, man. $125. You'll get 300 prestige. You'll be its High Chief. All yours. Well done. Should lower that fertility and just switch to Majesty focus. Just for more prestige. I mean, I'm still going to be honest, because I like to have that befriend scheme. Each friend lowers stress and get all that. And then once I'm done with that, I mean, I'm not going to go to Patriarch all the way. And I'll go to learning and go for scholarship, most likely. So I could get a faster cultural fascination progress. And, of course, that too, but of course, Drong will be grown up by then. I've secured an invitation to a feast in Avars. I am still close to Siren. Despite my determined attempts, I failed to strike conversation. So probably rendered speechless by the intensity of my voice. Suddenly, the loudest sound I ever heard bumps on our table. A few guests looking at him. Must save it. Chief Thurn Tom, you stinking old knave. Perhaps there'll be more agents just to say, it's like, haha. But no, that's just opinion towards me and all that. That's it? Just a bishop? Sister and a friend. Well, I would hate it for you, but... just get a hook out of you. After all, you are my friend. Sister. It's high time to raid now. Because you're almost too illustrious. And it seems that we played nice with great Moravia. Listen, if I wanted to save, you know, if like say if I was to have, you know, more titles for myself or try to keep in everything, it would be best that that we would this here. But of course, that's frowned upon in my personal opinion when it comes to disinheriting or denounce your children from the line of succession. That's just my personal opinion. You know what? Repair these. These language manual still has its uses, because, you know, it is part of our culture to be learning other people's languages. When you give it enough time, that is. You haven't learned any. But I'll tell you what. Because listen, John. When you learn a language, honestly, I could have done this earlier. The most important languages in Pannonia, besides our own, is Czech-Slovene, because there's a large minority of them, and you gotta appeal to them. And since you got a good learning skill, perhaps there is time for you to learn that as well. But there's no Czech-Slovene around here. So, how long are you going to be around? Okay. Learn Serbo-Croatian, because there's a small number of Serbo-Croatian speaking peoples around here, but that's for Cardam to worry about. Not to mention to appeal to possible friends down there, but that can't be guaranteed. I guess you have to learn Czech-Slovene yourself. So start learning Serbo-Croatian. Srpsko-Hrvatski. Oh, really? It seems that not every servant-in-chief had time scored his spine law. Sandilik. It assures me that he has a way in, and that a few coins in the right pocket can go a long way. Oh god, how much? This is why we need to go raiding. It's very tempting, but don't worry, I'm working on romancing Siren. I need to make her fall in love with me, and then she will accept it, so it's too risky. So we'll be raiding Austria. Organa, how long are you going to be around? Not for long. We still need your talent for this. And Chepa, the best commander that the country has to offer. Off you go. Have fun, you two. Of course, it does take a tad bit longer for the levies to assemble because of Crimea over there. Son of a beeswax! This is what happens when we take too long! I'm attending a dance and have as spent time with Siren. The mere thought of touching it makes my heart jump. But when I arrive, I find her stuck in conversation with my duchess, or my vassal duchess, only. The volume drones on and on, totally oblivious to her. My charms improve any conversation. This game's been exposed, so there's no chance of succeeding now unless we can get the spy master with us. Then it may still work. You have to take a calculated risk, you know. Hot, hot, hot. I was drinking some herbal tea that was meant to be good for one's health. However, I drank a little too fast and burnt my tongue in front of everyone, which let me spill my tea on my clothes, and that in turn led to some minor burns on my skin. It's one of those days, isn't it? When Siren's leadership Madame invited me to hunt, I did not hesitate to accept. I would do anything for a mere glimpse of my beauty. I'm stalking through the underbrush, my page at my heel and my hound just ahead. As it seems found a trail. And suddenly my concentration shattered by a woman's scream. I'm coming for you, my love. Within what must have been a minute, but felt like an hour, I'd reached a clearing. Siren's on the ground before me, disheveled and weaponless. Opposite her, just about to strike, stands a huge wolf. My arrow strikes true, and the beast falls to the ground. For a moment, all Siren could do is stare. Then she stumbles towards and throws her in my arms. I need you, my love. Right here, right now. Will you help take it down? No, but my sister and best friend will. Keep mine's exposed. And you still refuse. You find us more and you're reluctant to harm a child? If you don't do what I tell you, I will expose the secret, which of course, therefore, it exposes me, so that makes it look like I'm going to imprison you. And that makes me a sinner. Things just don't make sense. But still, part of the close family. I mean, after all, you do live over there. In fact, there's no other Avars. Hey, get him out of prison. Stick around, you might be needed so you could teach my boy, you know, the Czech-Slovene languages I was looking for. You in? Yeah. But still no. She still refuses. What's your opinion towards? Not much. You have nothing again, you find us immoral. You stupid. Oh, you're compassionate. Gracious Blackguard, that seems contradictory of you. If only we had time to look for secrets inside that court so we could get hooks, but how long are we going to keep stalling? And plus this lowers the chances of that happening. And then eventually the plot's going to be exposed and therefore... Wait a second. I mean, my sister and friend who I've released is slightly better than mine, Spamist. Okay then. Get to work on that. No. There's ideas. Just please be patient. The Tale of the Labyrinth. Someone tells me of a king in a faraway land who was cruel, yet feared his dealings. Once he hired an engineer to create the largest labyrinth the world has ever known. Those guilty of the worst crimes were put in this maze of tunnels and hallways, which were filled with all manners of violent beasts, as well as dangerous booby traps that could kill a man instantly, almost not escape. But there were always a few who had wits and tenacity, or perhaps the luck and blessings of Tengri, to find their way out, and the king granted the freedom for a few of their precious achievements. Someone capable enough to escape deserves freedom, yes. Think. Oh, that will not do. Just find a secret within that court, and if you can get get something out of that, try to blackmail him and to get him to join the plot. Look again, since you just made her soulmate. There's no other agents you can invite. These are the best you've got. They all live over there, you know. Oh boy, they'll be coming after us soon. Plenty. Big-winged messenger. As my scheme moves close to fruition, swift communication is key. Especially I have a clever pigeon which Sandilik could use to send urgent message here in Visegrad, if the need arises. But how do I get to a bird in a castle? And gift reaches him. Save 2 if get a messenger pigeon or nothing happens. Gift reaches. Quick! Fortunately, it's plains. This is our ground. We've got armored footmen. That's no good for you. Even though we're badly outnumbered, but you'll try to manage. Unfortunately, the advantage is his. He's got better rolls, but we got one up better. Plenty of prestige, but it was a bloody affair. Finish your raid and get the hell out of here. Cartoon has uncovered a secret by my sister and friend Sarah. Samua is in fact a bastard of those two. That's what you discovered? It's a guess. And with that... although she's already in the plot. That's not what I want. God dang it. Keep looking for more secrets. There's gotta be more in there. Can't do it. And of course, when this all fails, I'm gonna fabricate a claim for... yeah, you're gonna have to fabricate the claim just to say, hey, I do have a legitimate claim here, and I'm here to revoke it from you. That's another alternative. Anyways, I'm at a local tavern enjoying some good food and some good music. The music in particular is being played by a veteran bard who plays the lute as beautifully as he sings. In the middle of his performance, however, tragedy strikes. The string on his lute snaps, and he's bereft of an instrument to play. He looks heartbroken and stares at the chocolate remains of his lute. It's alright, I'll buy you a drink and give him money for the new lute. about to receive the money from raids. It's a very good amount. And then after recovery, then we'll start making our way eastward to conquer this, and then to there. Basically these two here. This will connect to the sea, reaching Kerch. And then eventually conquer Crimea as well. So there'll be a High Chiefdom of Crimea. Because it appears that it's not getting anywhere for this 7-year-long war between them. They'll have to sue for white peace soon. Well, meanwhile... oh boy. Let's claim the claim. Until the Civil War finally settles down, then we'll get what we want. My agent approaches me with a bunch of parchment, clutches that I found old architectural sketches of the chieftain's castle. They might be outdated, but look of here. If only I had this in many hidden places. Call my architects. Far from home. Strangers are brought before me. She's been waiting outside the castle gates for a week, my liege. Regard Forty. No one bows deeply. My name is Rosa, your highness. I travel far and wide and see many things. My family are weary of the road, and if you allow us to stay, I happily share my knowledge of the world of you, be your lowest servant. They're Lithuanians. Obviously, there are hostile between us, but I would say, just wondering what are you all like, bringing your family along? I'll say the more the merrier. A strong hook. Strong hook on her, of course, and you all, naturally, I mean, oh, that's why you ask. You're the one who, you know, is of the family. Huh. Right. I don't know what I could do for you. I mean, sure, I could tell you to demand conversion easily. Also, 7 years left. There's other alternatives. Why don't we befriend those there? Okay, you made one a soulmate. That's the spy master. Who is their shaman? Hey, how'd you like to be a friend? It'll take 11 months. As long as they do not discover the murder plot that is linked to me, then this whole thing is over. If we can get him aboard, then there you have it. Yeah, it was a bloody battle. Really killed off our men-at-arms. Takes a while to recover. And once we make the full recovery, then we'll start expanding again. We can still do. Just try to look for any secrets in that court. And at the same time, try to befriend those. I want my land back. Strong seemed to enjoy our feast immensely. He's got along quite well, everyone spoke to, even the adult guests. Now that's the combination I'd like to see. Patient, humble, and gregarious. Unless... No, it never hurts to make friends. You are a rational altruist. That's what you are. Patient, humble, and gregarious. Everyone will like you. You will be well respected. And perhaps maybe it's due to your blonde hair, one would think. Because it's rare to see blonde Avars. Even though you're not born handsome, but still. I already knew that. Unless, let me check. My bodyguard champion. Look, she's over in Avars. That man is not. He's not part of this plot. You poor sods, you. So that's why I'm trying to get him on to be my friend. But I am very tempted to get her into the plot with me. But you can't blackmail it. Because it's not a secret, it's kind of... No, it's stupid. Because if you were to expose it right now, there's no hook out of that. You cannot blackmail over your own lover's secret. So, well then, what happens if I break up with her? If I stop being her soulmate, then I'm still gonna blackmail her. It's like, hey, you had a lover and all that. Which is 32. We could have a child. Good God. You're a child of a concubine. Don't you know that? Almost like you should look into these next time, but it's not going to be until, a couple of years. Especially the levy size. Those Germans really did a number on us. Oh. God damn you. A deviant. Lost my level of devotion. I'm in throes of ecstasy, aided by a shoe, as my vassal Coditic walks in the room, horrified as he throws the door. Contima, what is the meaning of this? Why, you... Well, as the ruler, I cannot incriminate myself. It's just something that's been with me even before I became the Khan. It's just to help me not to get. It helps me get rid of stress pretty easily. I'm sure you do not like me. Your concubines are blaspheming our marriage. Shut your mouth, as if I was more of an irritable man, but I am not. And, yeah, deviancy is a crime under Tengrism, but as its Khan, I cannot be arrested, because that's just who I was before I became the Khan. Keep pushing it back. We can get him and whatever secret we can find. Well, you just lost your lover. And you know there's going to be people bringing me down because they've realized to say. It's like, hey, that man is not good. Hang on. Common. You're a good man. Why don't we have that? Glad you came to this country. Possibility for stress relieving events. Well, who could be good at it? Oh, you're just one of my champions, so you'll do. Because you're a nice guy. Look at him. Ha ha. I just need amusement in my life. There are a few things I enjoy more than Yabgu's coming. A rowdy night in town with a lot of new acquaintances truly took my mind out of troubles. After this short break, I feel more at ease I had in a long time. I'm lucky to have a friend like Yabgu. You're not a deviant, are you? No, but thank you very much. An old journal. I found a small notebook in the library, fallen behind larger tomes. Though anonymous, I gather it's written by a lady-in-waiting of my, what? The author vividly describes her life at court back then. The boredom of embroidery, the groping hands of Captain B. B who? And the poor hygiene of Lady G. Who? The most reliable sources of gossip. She wisely never identifies characters by name. Oh. No doubt the fear of her diaries fall in the wrong hands. She also tells a sad tale of her marriage to an unremarkable husband, for whom she bore several children. Apparently the ultimate cost of her life since the diary's last entry discusses the discomforts of late pregnancy. The glimpse into the life of an author. Reminds me of that little cast in that Castle Escape notice. Remember, befriend a shaman, it's more likely to join. A verdict from the eternal blue sky. It's a miracle. Chieftain Yabgu had a vision from Tengri. It assures me that Tarmach and I are divinely ordained to be friends. Yabgu, let us pray together in gratitude. We jumped ahead. No. Again, I have not given up on the plot to kill that boy, and if it fails, then we're gonna have to fabricate the claim for it and tell them to get out of Heves. Been searching and searching, but Tarmach and I seem to have absolutely nothing in common. Without any common ground, how do I even begin to build a friendship? You already have the scheme power, but... oh, with effort, I will come to understand him. Still no. We can improve this. We can salvage this. You really go around, do ya? Unbelievable. Again, she's already in a plot. But if you ever, although highly unlikely, back out of that plot, I'm gonna get you back in here. Oh my God, Khan Tima, we had our differences in the past, but don't you agree that it's time to let bygones be bygones? My brother and rival chief could go just me. Whatever it is between us, let's start anew. Yeah, let us. My sister and friend Sara has been quarreling with her son Ivan for days. Just now I can overhear them arguing in the next room. Unbelievable, she sounds. How can a troll like you believe that you are ideal manifestation of the Kunza called family virtues? I'm clearly far more deserving of that distinction than you are. Hey, no fighting in a family. As I walk in the room, Sarah turns facing. I'm glad you are here, Timur. Won't you please talk some sense into your nephew, Ivan? He's completely unreasonable. Well, one thing, he doesn't understand what the hell you're saying. You're speaking in the wrong language. All you're doing is making addresses. You're in the wrong here, Sarah. Maybe one day we should befriend you and tell them to get over here, but what good would that do? The dance. After learning that Tamat would be attending the dance in the castle town of Estagon, I decided it would be the perfect occasion to pass by and sure to get some face-to-face with him. The ball was exquisite and Tamat put on a fine show. Afterward, I told him how impressed I was, and we got talking. By the time I left, it felt like we'd known each other a lifetime already. And you're melancholic. Ah, don't worry. I don't think it's enough, but damn it, it's an effort. Let me pay you a little bit of money for that. Nothing. I learned that my son has learned Serbo-Croatian. Okay, that's good. Now, I want you to learn Slovene, a very important language to study. Well, ain't that something? You respect him a little more. Okay, look for the intrigue. What does he think of him? It's almost like you'd be the nicest guy in prison. If you find one more cigarette and if it's sour again, I'm gonna have to pull you out. And then get back to, you know. Have you forgotten Bulgaria? I mean, at least everything is settled down here now. And I guess it would be a grand opportunity to strike. But Slavonia, over there. And remember, if you back out of the murder plot, you can't do another one until 10 years later. So perhaps that we should. Still alive? Oh god, she has cancer. We better move in now. You wasted all this time. Crud. Crud. You know what that means, right? Her at 50 years old. She has a habit of hurting herself as a way to try to relieve her stress. And now she's got cancer. You know what that means, right? She doesn't have long to live. And if she dies, those claims of Bulgaria will be gone forever. This makes Gundes here, this makes it meaningless. It would be meaningless now, unless we put her mother into that throne right now. Fortunately, the capital is no longer in Donovgrad, but a little further this way. Now, it is not under siege by any warring factions. And since the boy is 3 years old, that means we have to make a rally point here, and we have to dash for the capital. Capture it, because the fortification is low. Make a dash for it, and then we will have to get that boy. We got to put her on the throne now. It'll take 18 days to gather, 7 days for this army, and 18 days for that army. Oh, you better get to work, all of you. There is a ford between Severin and Kladovo here, and you pass through Viden, and then you'll get to Vratsa. Do not worry about Slavonia. Their participation will be kept short. Just go, go, go. And as per usual, no. My sister and friend, Usan Pike, is called to win in my desire to prove my standing with Tabakach, and has offered me a raid. Shows me that she and Tabakach are some similar kinds of people, and Usan Pike precisely knows precisely what I need to stress. Please do tell. She gets a wake hook on me. Oh, what is she gonna do with that anyhow? Crud, another son. That's something that I don't want another. You are going to support that scheme. Help out a little. Try to find ways to improve it. While I'm trying to make friends on the inside. Loyalty or fear? As their Khan, my vassals owe me their allegiance. My word is law, but how much obedience of without devotion worth? In a time of crisis, a slow response or a half-hearted effort can lead to disaster. Can I afford such a risk? Maybe dread would cause the possibility that some of them may try to join the plot, so fear is a far more effective tool. Sorry if I hurt you a little, but that's just what you get for committing adults. With his coming of age, my tuition of Drong is at an end. For the longest time I was hoping that good tutelage would be enough to teach Drong the intricacies of diplomacy. All efforts have come to naught. Now, I feel the court would be overly impressed by the grasp of etiquette, but at least he does know how to hold this. Oh, and then adequate company. Adequate bargainer. But still, he'll be well respected. He's got good enough skills to handle himself, and you've honored that betrothal. And may we wish you luck between you two. Now get to the capital quickly! We don't have much time. For the love of Tengrist, get there fast. The siege has begun. The siege weapon is here. And our siege man is here. Hurry up! Get it before the cancer takes her or she hurts herself. I'll present my attempt to befriend him by presenting him a gift. If it brings me close to my goal, it is coin well spent. Nah, I don't want to come on too strong. Because you already have enough scheme power. It's only 2 months. Again, we try to improve the chance, but I'm still convinced. 45 years old, that means you're not going to bear me any children. In fact, get out, both of you. I don't want any more children from either of you. No more. You're screwing things up for everybody here. Especially made worse to have courage. And if I want to, I can disinherit. But you know how much that costs? But then again, you're going to get more renown when, you know, the children will be ruling Bulgaria. The children's children. Ruling the kingdoms. Ruling the khanates, I should say. You didn't get the child? Instead, you took their dynasty banner. God dog it. We've lost our opportunity. This was supposed to be it. Find their army and destroy them. It's another way to increase the war score. And another front. No longer an agent. You coward. Gonna befriend you next. Got cold feet, huh? Looking. It's like, yeah, you made friends of these, but just do it here. I guess that will. Guess we'll try you. I mean, we're gonna get him back, so instead befriend him. Well, meanwhile, other things here. Back in this plot. Again, opportunity might forever be lost. We'll siege this area since we're right next door. Oh, sorry, I was writing somebody to a friend. The man in charge in cleaning the clothes of Chief de Vitam's guards brought to me. No one noticed him tampering with their clothes as something distract from the guards' plan. What would you have, my lord? I was about to say, are you one of the... I don't want progress, I want scheme power. So cut holes in their clothes in proper areas. That'll lower his prestige, that'll make him look bad. Huh? Can be convinced. Okay. Looks like there is a god after all. Which is Tengrist, by the way. You gotta thank the great blue sky for this. Okay, he's in, so there's room for improvement. But if I can get him to be my friend, well, here's a little money for your trouble. It's still not gonna be enough. My culture has discovered badness. Don't forget about the siege. This makes the levy reinforcement rate up a little faster. That's good. And now the next thing is crop rotation, which will take 45 years. It'll be 9 years to cast this battle. Now, what's going on here? A submerged shrine. While on patrol in the wilderness of Visegrad, a couple of my soldiers discovered a small wayside shrine. What is odd about, however, that it is mostly submerged under one of the lakes in that region. My soldiers deemed it prudent to question some of the locals about this landmark. They said it was always been there all these years. They assumed it was a shrine of sort to Tengrist, built by the people who lived there generations ago, that was abandoned once the waters of the lake got too high. At any rate, I wonder if we might do a little engineering project and move the shrine from its current location back into land. If I do go through with that idea, I will spend some resources to do so. Yes, I'm sure Tengrist would be pleased. Rebuild it. A local shrine that was partially submerged by a lake was recently rehabilitated and brought back to land. People in the nearby villages can now worship at this site once more. Good idea. Just need one more good agent, alright? Yeah, I'll be there. No, we could still... Again, the chance is good, but it needs to be better. It needs to be idiot-proof, this plot. 63% now. Viden's got 2 baronies. That's is over here. Oh my goodness. 3 baronies? Really? 2? Man, you well fortified your places. Well, next door is Sumadia. There's 1. There's 2, in fact. This one's more fortified than... Oh, god dang it. They both got hill forts. What about down here? Hill fort. Hill fort, hill fort, hill fort. You people know how to defend your country well. We'll head to Rania. Nish. You better hurry before she dies of cancer. If we somehow keep stalling for time for all this, Also, who? What? Woo! Okay, after we take out this fort, take out that ally of theirs. That'll add more to the war score. And then after that, swing around to Nicopolis. Nicopolis. Stay there. God dog it. You can't get him like this. You head this way. Then you two will engage. Yes. This will help. Even though in a few years' time I gotta switch to intrigue. Maratha Kannada hybrid culture. Huh. How about that? 82%. Oh yeah, the land of the three baronies. You go siege over there. Cover them. Made another friend with that man. How now, brown cow? Son of a beeswax! And it's all because I was too consumed about wanting Heves back in one of the more developed territories. Now we can never get Bulgaria now. I gotta enforce that divorce. I'm very sorry. But this means nothing. It's time for you to part ways. Now we'll never reclaim Bulgaria for the Tengrist faith. Unless you want to find somebody else, since you do make friends, so pay attention. If you see a Tengrist, then do press it. Nope. Nope, it's forever lost. It's forever lost. And if you want to get Bulgaria, then you're going to have to do it the hard way, and that is to invade. But you're not exalted among men yet. So... Right. You're gonna be single for a while. I'm giving you a couple of years away. Political marriage is no longer important now. Now what I care more is to get rid of this son of a beeswax of a half-brother. What if Chief Vitam were to discover you? Is it wise to continue this time-consuming effort? Sarah, even though I know she'll follow my lead in this, I can tell her concern for me is genuine. I mean, you're my best friend and all. So I'll say, you're right, it's taken a lot of my time. Come sit with me for a while. It's just to make sure there isn't any progress. No smart ideas. It's nice you're making company over there, but we need more agents. hope for a daughter. I don't want another son. Because that would make the realm decentralized. But at least we have this. But however, I am not of that dynasty. So this is useless to us. Oh good, a daughter. Thank goodness. Tsaritsa. Good. You learned 2 of the most important languages inside of this realm. As much as I wanted you for stewardship, but it's time for you to go. Now I gotta find me yet another spouse. But someone with good intrigue, about as good as their stewardship. But you'll be hard pressed to find them these days. And who would have thunk it? Another chaste one, but I would for somebody a little older than that, or you wouldn't have a problem. This one, and is a Tengrist. Doesn't speak the language, she's Turkic. Oh, bingo. Someone with fine stewardship and intrigue, so you can just switch to whatever situation demands it. I need your help, and there's a reason why I married you for this. Court intrigue. There's a big improvement. It's because I really needed your help. The Avar culture has finally embraced the horse breeders tradition. So this culture has painstakingly accumulated knowledge and experience in the fine art and science of horse breeding. Whether destroyers or coursers, the horses of these people are renowned for their superiority. So now we have reduced maintenance for our cavalry. So it doesn't cost as much, you see. So if we want to, we could increase its size, making our cavalry force much stronger so that every European power will fear us. But the secrecy chance is pretty high, so even if you screw it up, then we can give it another go. But there is a chance that he could become, you know, vigilant and whatever, and then that'd be bad. But I'll just say Pannonian. So screw it. It's a very good chance, but there's a 13% chance the scheme is discovered, so give it a try for once. Chieftain Vitam is dead. He swallowed the bait, roasted almonds and all. In no time at all, he was clutching at his throat, wheezing for air before it climbs into a small heap on the ground to never get up again. All bakers near were questioned, but no trace of foul play could be found. I had to do this. I had to do this. Thank you very much. And of course, it is a bit too much land for me. I gotta send one of you out of my sight. You hold Kirch. You'll still be there to the west of Estergom. We'll still have these, unless disinherited. And what else? Again, the worst marriage ever. Delicate leader. The worst betrothal ever. Only because just to keep this guy, not to join any factions against me. But I think we'll close that episode here, ladies and gentlemen. What? Though we had our triumphs and we had our, I was about to say defeats, but we haven't lost the battle. It's just you had your one with the grandeur and the others not so much. We gotta stop those Crimeans, because should they take over Khazaria, they'll get stronger and it'll be a threat to our interests. And I'm sure one day that you. Whoa, what have they been growing recently? They have the whole of Anatolia. I guess one of those predecessors, yeah, probably his predecessor, likely, is the one that probably started the whole kingdom war, and then they took Anatolia. If they weren't encroaching closer, who knows what it might look like. But the only country that you should worry about more than the other is East Francia. They're of similar strength. So that is why, ladies and gentlemen, in the next episode, now it's time to strengthen our military, despite the fact that we got the lands that we wanted back. But all I really wanted was Heves and nothing else. Still has the zone of death, I see, the whole time. Yeah, the zone of death for him. And as well as spending our money to increase our levies and all that. Yeah, we need to start to get to work on the, not just the development of here, but to strengthen the military as a whole. So there's still room for improvement for the Avar Khanate. Especially you, Drong, that you would have the makings of a pretty decent diplomat if I were to give you that position, but I'm sure there's more talented people once you pass. In actuality, no. So, I'll get him Chancellor whenever Yabgu passes and all that. So, we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.